I've studied MBA in finance. I've not studied in MBA in making someone's future because I was not sure about my future only. Sometimes, people are pitching that what to do, but what not to do is as important as what to do. Always listen to your parents about their experiences because it's very cool for this generation not to listen to your parents, but we never understand the importance of their advices or their influence in our life. There is a lot of improvement required in the education system of India. Now, it's not important to remember the subjects. It's important that what did you study inside that subject. Even in smaller Asian countries like India, Philippines, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, the education is becoming expensive.
An alumnus of the South Thames College, an entrepreneur who is doing extremely well in the field of education. We have with us Mr. Pritesh Thakker.
Thank you, Anubhav.
Hi, sir. I welcome you on board to the Wit Chat Show.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing today?
I'm feeling really great in these shoes and in this blazer and sitting in front of you.
So I really appreciate the outfits, especially the shoes.
Yeah, chosen by my wife.
Big fan of the choice.
Thank you.
So firstly, I would like to know a little bit about yourself, your childhood, your educational background, how you came.
So I come from a very middle class family. I've done my schooling from Ahmedabad, did my BBA from GLS College Ahmedabad, and then worked for few companies in Ahmedabad itself. I sold SIM cards, I sold credit cards, I sold few insurance policies, I sold club memberships, and then I worked for call centers as well. And I decided to go abroad for my MBA. That was always the dream. So I went to UK for my MBA, came back, worked there as an immigration lawyer in UK, and then came back and started my firm. So that's how I spent my childhood. I lost my mother at very early age. That was probably one of the major setback in my life. But that's how I laugh it off. I cover it for myself.
Take life as it goes.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, we are talking about beyond the rules upstairs today, and this is what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, whatever comes, we take it on with a smile.
Right.
As you do.
Right.
So you decided to choose a field that's never going to go out. It's education.
Yes.
Especially, I think you specialize in further studies. If I'm not wrong.
Not actually. It's also a funny story. I've studied MBA in finance. I've not studied in MBA in making someone's future because I was not sure about my future only. But somehow I landed up my internship with the immigration lawyer there in UK, and I saw that many people are suffering due to lack of knowledge in education. Right. And that's what I want to do in India as well. But for the people who want to study abroad, for the people who want to go further in different countries, I would just want to make them aware that what not to do. Because sometimes, people are pitching that what to do, but what not to do is as important as what to do. So if your generation is pretty much clear that what not to do in their life, then probably it becomes very easy, a very clear path for them that what are they going to do. So that's what I want to do,
So if you don't mind, can you mention a few things which are not to do in
what
your
not
list?
to do?
Yeah.
Yes. Not to look at the YouTube videos of the campus of the universities, and not to take advice from your friends about how to take which course to take.
Misleading.
Always listen to your parents about their experiences because it's very cool for this generation not to listen to your parents, but we never understand the importance of their advices or their influence in our life. Always not follow blindly what Google says or what different website says, because I can write anything and everything on the Google, but I don't have an actual experience of being there, living there, earning there, or probably surviving myself. So rather speak to people who are already there, talk to them, take right knowledge, and then be brave and go there. Just that's what it's required.
How was your experience as a student who's going out to study? Was it like you imagined it to be, or was it slightly different?
Slightly a difference, and it has been changed a lot over the period of last 10 years because even education in India is also changing a lot.
Right.
So the kind of people nowadays you see are much more matured. The students have much more information than it used to be, thanks to Geo and thanks to free internet as well.
Yes.
Also now we have an easy access. So 10 years before, when people went people used to go there. They were not as easily accessible to the parents, and they were not easily accessible to the friends. Now you have a video call on your tab. Now you have a WhatsApp on your tab. Now you can share everything. You can be in touch with everything. So the experience has definitely changed. But still, I think there is a lot of improvement required in the education system of India. Because when you see, we are still relying, we have still more reliability on the written exams rather than practical knowledges. So it's better to have, practical knowledge, more influence on practical knowledge and less on written exam. Because if I ask you what did you study before 2 years, you won't remember. But if I ask you that did you have a syllabus, then you would say that yes, I had a syllabus. I used this many subjects. Now it's not important to remember the subjects. It's important that what did you study inside that subject.
And the study system outside focuses more on practical studies as compared to India, right?
First, you don't have a syllabus. Second, you don't have a textbook. Third, you don't have a written exam. And fourth, major part of your study calculates with the work experience as well. So along with the learning, you are earning and you're working as well. So that kind of clarity you would never get it in your life when you're taking both the experience together. Here you study for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, then you work for 2, 3 years, and then you reach that level. Over there you are doing both together, and when you are going there, you are totally self-dependent. That means you are managing your finances, you are managing as small thing as your laundry, which you would never realize.
And it seems very difficult when you're all
यहाँ पे तो
alone.
मम्मी ये है पापा ये है. It's very easy here.
Value
So
समझ आती है ना बाहर
exactly,
जाके.
you learn so many things when you go out. Yeah.
So is there like any one myth that you would like to debunk about going abroad for studies?
It's very expensive. The biggest myth.
Is it? It's a big myth?
It's
truly?
big myth. So basically, there's so many scholarships available when you're going abroad. So probably people are not aware about those scholarships. Also, there are so many grant available from different companies. Nowadays, corporates are sponsoring your studies. In return, that you'll have to work for that corporate for a few years. But that's even a
wonderful
very positive thing for all the students, because you're securing your job after you finish your study, and they're sponsoring your study. That means your parents don't have a financial burden.
Absolutely.
Also, there is very education loan programs are really good. So that you don't need to pay any principal amount when you're studying. You only pay a small amount of EMI, and you can pay once you start working. And even in smaller Asian countries like India, Philippines, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, the education is becoming expensive. So if you compare, you're working along with the studies, you are having an access to scholarships and grants and bursaries. Also, you are able to take an education loan. So break that myth. If anybody is saying that education in foreign countries are expensive, please bring them to me.
You have broken a big myth for me. I mean, I was under the
And
impression told.
I hope this conveys to everybody who was planning for an education.
This is often a very big myth कि बाहर मत जाओ रे. But when we kind of look at the top schools in India, they're also equally expensive.
Yes.
Only with the tuition fee.
Right.
That's amazing, sir.
Yeah.
Other than education sector, I've also heard you have interest in finance and guiding people. You have your own YouTube channel, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, we have a YouTube channel called Vitamin C, where we tried to explain people about cash, career, and clarity. But I think that went too boring for people. Now people want to hear about politics and Bollywood and IPL only. I hope I can do something like this in future, the Vid Chat show. But we have a YouTube channel where I try to guide people about what they can do with their cash and career, because those are the most important parts for your life.
Right now, it's very important to manage your money.
Also, I like, so first of all, I'm a very introvert person. This is the first time I'm talking to somebody like this, and thank you for giving me this comfort,
You're doing a great job. I mean, does not give an impression that you're an introvert at all.
There's nothing wrong in being introvert.
Definitely not.
As far as, two people are talking about great things and productive things, there's nothing wrong about being introvert. But I would like to encourage people to come up and talk about whatever they want to, because sometimes what happens in the world of social media, we only share our success, we only share our happiness, we only share our celebrations and enjoyment.
Absolutely.
But we forget to share our sorrow, our heartbreak, our pain, those kind of things. We never share it with anybody else. So for the outside world, you are in a very happy corner or you're in a very happy place.
True.
But if you can actually share your negative sided or your painful sides as well, then I think the world will be a better place someday.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We only see one picture and we have assumptions in our head.
Exactly.
We're often
exactly.
misled
exactly.
by that greatly.
Exactly. Yeah. If I'm talking here, people will feel that, this is a great person going to Mumbai and giving interviews, but they don't know that how many missed calls do I have in my phone and how many people I'm missing to talk to. So there are a backward side or there is a setback to everything. So show that to world for this generation especially. I don't know, do you guys still use Snapchat also? Or Instagram is
Instagram is taken over
including
everything, I feel.
everything. Yeah. So share it on your Instagram that what do you feel when you are alone? What do you feel when you are not feeling well? What do you think when you are depressed? Share it with world, so that will be helpful for the people.
I think mental health awareness and these feelings are something that people are finding the space to talk to right now.
Exactly.
I don't think a few years back the situation was as such. Now people are, as you said, they're also understanding that yes, we have to show both the sides and not just the happy picture.
Because you don't have a people to talk to, because you don't have a place to share your stress with.
This fast world.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, but don't you think that having social media, we have access to n number of information.
Yeah.
Sometimes for something in your field, going abroad, too much information can often confuse the person and then they're neither there or here.
It does. It happens in the medical science as well.
Right.
So even if you have a headache, if you
we
go
Google
to Google,
we
you will have
the
a 100 number of medicines,
The first thing they show is the worst possibility.
Exactly. The right thing is trust the person whom you are going to. So trust your doctor, trust your education counselor in this case, and don't get confused at all, because at any point of time you wouldn't get 100% true information. At any point of time you wouldn't get a person who is 100% trustworthy. Even in some cases, spouses are not even trustworthy 100%.
True.
So, but I will add this quote here from a Hrithik Roshan, if you know him. He tells his kids always, and I've read somewhere in the interview, that always believe that the world is a good place, because there are going to be bad people, there are going to be bad things, there are going to be bad faces in your life. But if you focus on them, then you will never be able to move on. You'll never be able to carry on with your life,
Right.
Because my daughter is 7 years old. Now, if I only read about that, how many rapes happen in the country, how many kidnapping happens in the country, how many human trafficking happens in the country, I won't be able to live life with her. I will be always tense that what will happen to my daughter. I won't be sending her alone. I won't be, giving her the freedom the kind of she wants. But I'll have to look at the good sides also, that, women are progressing a lot. Females are doing much better than males in few fields.
Yes.
And you also have a right to live. You also have a right to all the freedoms, although having the negative sides of it. So you'll always look at the good things. When you have hundred of opinion, you just make your mind that whom to trust, which is the good thing for me, and then carry on with that.
It's an actually very, very correct thing you said. So we're surrounded
I
by
always
negativity.
try to say correct things. It's only people how take it.
Yes, sir. Yes. I'm really absorbing it with all that I can.
That's great of you.
Apart from all this, what do you like doing in your leisure time? Something that you enjoy?
So everybody has a priority in their life, Alaga.
Right.
What happens is, whatever your first priority, you spend the maximum time for that thing, So for me, my family is my first priority. So even in this time, I take 2 days off in a week. Every Saturday and Sunday, I'm totally on digital detox. I'm totally with them. And I make sure that they get enough of me and I get enough of them. That is even more important. And I think we do that every day. We all have a priority, and that's what we call it hobbies. If somebody's priority is money, their hobby would be working for something, their hobby would be doing something.
Right.
If somebody's priority is health, their hobby would be running or cycling or swimming maybe. If somebody's priority is relationships, then they would be spending more time with their friends and meeting their friends. If somebody's priority would be networking, then they'll be meeting more people every day. They'll be going on a stage and talking to people. My motivation is my family, and that's what I love about spending time with them.
it's great that you say so, because nowadays people are so jam-packed with work, they barely
Yes.
have
Yes.
time for themselves, let
Yes.
alone people in the family. They
Exactly.
don't meet each other. Same
Exactly.
घर पे रह के एक दूसरे को नहीं मिलते.
If you have 3 people, 4 people in a home, ask them to put their phone away for 2 hours and you'll have a great time with your family. You'll learn more than whatever Wikipedia teaches you, whatever Quora teaches you, or even more than whatever ChatGPT teaches you nowadays.
That is something we have to look out for now. ChatGPT is teaching people a lot of things.
Exactly.
It's going at full
Why do you
speed
need
right
an
now.
artificial intelligence when God has given you the actual intelligence? So use AI as an actual intelligence rather than having
Right,
artificial
right.
intelligence, you know?
It's taken over
Exactly.
the human intelligence
Yes,
completely, even
exactly.
though they are the ones who made it.
And it is becoming dangerous. People
Yeah,
are
it is
not,
actually becoming
being
dangerous.
aware of it, but it is becoming actually dangerous nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, being in the education sector, I mean, you know best the effect AI is having on the education sector.
Yes.
Students are losing interest totally in
They're
study. They have
losing their
everything.
creativity alaga.
Yeah.
So what happens is, previously when I did my MBA, I did not have a Wikipedia. I did not have any platform where I could get an information from. So I had to sit down with few people, do brainstorming, and then come up with an idea and then do my project. That's the word. The plagiarism didn't exist in those times.
Need ही नहीं था.
Need ही नहीं था,
Need ही नहीं
exactly.
था.
अभी ऐसा है कि plagiarism is the major thing and they have to put a cap on it that you should not have a plagiarism more than 30% or 40%, because people are, अब कुछ भी होता है, it's very easy, the information is in your fingertip, but you don't realize that thing is killing your creativity, that thing is killing your ideas, and that thing is killing a relationship with other people.
Yes, we've become slaves.
Exactly. Virtual girlfriend आ गई, virtual boyfriend आ गया है. अब
Very
तो,
true.
हाँ, आगे
People
जाके-
don't meet friends की जरूरत नहीं है.
Exactly. Yes.
mean,
I hope you meet your friends enough.
yes. I'm very grateful to have all my loved ones
Such
around
friends.
me
Okay.
at a very close proximity too.
Superb.
So that, yeah, I'm very grateful in that way.
Yeah.
And I'm very also grateful that I didn't have this when I was growing up.
Exactly.
I have
Yeah.
this now,
Yeah.
and it's already taking the best of me.
Yeah. Okay.
But still,
Yeah.
I
But
think we can
carry on
all
with that
handle
friend
it.
relationship
Yeah,
for
we
a
can all
lifetime.
handle it. We
Yeah.
can all
Yeah.
handle
Of
it.
course you can.
So it was an absolute pleasure chatting
Thank
with
you.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for taking time out and being here on the show with us.
Thank you. You guys are doing it great.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you really like our chat, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe. These guys are doing a great job, and this show is going to be the most wittiest show in the world.